One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us at Johnny Red Floyd Stadium in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, home to the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, a team ready to put on a show, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick.
Turning it on! Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. Guys, let's talk a little about Middle Tennessee. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that you know they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout by the defense.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Oh, they're after it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Markham. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work.
On the ready.
They go to the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Power football with the run. Makes it past the marker. At the 45 on his way. Wide open space. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Rushes on him. Steps away to find some room. Powers through the defender. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated.
Oh, he's got some space. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Fires to the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Going to try to get it himself. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. Tempo and overdrive.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Already find a hole in that secondary. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I'm a defense. I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking for an early chunk play, read option to the right. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. One final play before the end of the quarter. Red pass, it's complete. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. The give to the back. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain, and let's see what they do on 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Looking for a man. It's Rossi. Punts it out of the air. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Starts to scramble to the left. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Rossi. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. Punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one.
There he goes. The 30, the 20. He's at the touchdown, MTSU. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Running to the left. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. Okay, ready? He's had a day, 103 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
That's it, fly. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Rossi. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Colorado. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
Pass interference. Offense.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, you know, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
Push down for the tackle. Line getting set on 2nd down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl.
Caught near the sticks. It's Marco. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they wanted one.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the 1st quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Marco. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. It is good. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Rossi. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Just drives it between the uprights.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw, it's Rossi. Here's a heat. Kept it just past the mark. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a 1st down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. They get to the line quickly. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he wants it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Murfreesboro. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the 3rd quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They're giving up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Trying to take it back. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. He'll go to the sneak. The sneak scores it.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Colorado. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the 3rd quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Back open in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. On fourth down, going to the air. Converts on fourth down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The give to the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel.
Going over the top. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Snagged out of the air. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Rossi. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive.
Unloads it downfield. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. They'll leave it with him. And some room to work. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. The give to the tailback. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The play action fake. Under fire. Fires downfield. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Going the other way, and he's got room. 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Now this offense is back on the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. The run to the left. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They're testing the right side here. And they make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones
turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
He runs out of bounds at the 26. 1st down for the offense.
We reached the end of the period. Middle Tennessee is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. With a 1st down in the final period. Back to throw, it's Rossi. Buys a little time with his feet. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down. Now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons.
Throws toward the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. And here comes the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run it to the right side. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late.
Oh, he's got some space. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off play action. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Here comes the heat. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. Offense in a bunch formation. Running back searching for a hole. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Here's the give off the left side. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick completion to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He'll pull it down. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield, it's Rossi. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass was broken up, incomplete. And there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding.
Holding.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like, you saw Ohio State. They used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national championship. So this moment, while it's sad and it's kind of depressing for them, could be one of the better moments of their season if they use it for good.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.